your boy Nisi coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today on the channel. I wanted to do a dope vocal preset for KanKan and Devstacks style type of vocal. You feel me? That SoundCloud wave-ish type of new wave SoundCloud. You feel me? Underground music. So if you guys do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also down below, please check the links to support the channel or grab this preset. So let's get to it. Let's go right now. The song I'm doing is Money Spread. Shout out to my subscriber who suggested it.
They say can that money spread. They say got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say can that money spread. They say can that money spread. They say got that money spread. They say can my money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say can that money spread. They say can that money spread. They say got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band.
Really dope sound. I love how on this specific sound, like there's a certain texture to his vocal. You know, I like his lyrics when he's talking about money spread and rubber bands, and his vocal literally has a certain type of spongy, bouncy elasticity to it. So that's why I picked this specific song from KanKan to do. And you know, he's really dope because I believe he was a producer before, like making beats for Fani and underground artists, but now he's a rapper. And I know Devstacks is like a producer and a rapper too. So this kind of applies to that whole wave. The auto-tune settings though, bruh, I use the 3 retune speed to make it really sound spongy and really like Play-Doh, and you feel me, really boingy, super putty type of texture, but then a good amount of humanized because I want it to sound spongy but not robotic. And I feel like you know, KanKan really did a good job with that. So most importantly is you know, generating distortion. You gotta get that dirt on the vocal. You gotta get that dirt on the vocal. You feel me? Like to get a sound like this specifically, you gotta dirty up the vocals. So okay, how you gonna do that, Nick? I'm using a little bit of clipping from the Chef's Omni channel. You feel me? This is a clipping, which is giving distortion. It's dumping all of that super hot honey fire barbecue sauce on the wings right out the gate. And then after that, I'm doing parallel compression, all buttons in mode on a 76, mixed in very low. A stupid aggressive EQ moves, bro, like cut in 3 in the mid range, low shelf in 3 dB on the lows, and you know, a steep filter of 18 dB per octave. That's how you get that aggressive, jagged, you know, type of texture that KanKan had in this song. Because you got to think about it, you know, this song specifically, it's like the vocal is gonna sound like an iron shirt in the beginning, but I'm trying to get it to become a wrinkly shirt. You feel me? I'm trying to get it to be nasty and ratchet and ghetto.
They say can that money spread. They say got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say can that money spread. They say can that money spread. They say got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say can that money spread. They say can that money spread.
After that, we got the de-esser doing 1 to 3 dBs. We are sharing the workload with the C6. So the C6 is specifically going in there and you know, that really scratchy, you know, like if you got a cat and he's scratching up on one of those scratch poles with his nails and shit, like that super scratchy type of frequency can get annoying as shit, especially like on this style of vocal where like the vocal is super bright and super thin in the low end, no low mid. Like it feels literally like plastic, my nigga. You feel me? So you want it to feel like plastic but not to feel like harsh. Imagine if you put like a plastic shirt on, isn't that shit gonna make you feel uncomfortable type shit? So it's a texture, it's a feeling, it's a, you know, how does it feel if you were to put your hands on what the vocal sounds like, you know? So because I know I'm going for a plasticky sound like KanKan, I wanted to try to reduce that annoyingness, that discomfort, and that's why I got these 2 notches putting in work.
They say can that money spread. Rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say can that money spread. They say can that money spread. They say got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say, can that money spread?
So kind of imagine it like if some motherfucker had acne on their face, right? Sometimes if you got like a big ass pimple on your face or whatever, you got acne on your face and shit, like, you know, it could make your ass look ugly type shit like that. So all you got to do sometimes is just take away those imperfections and those blemishes to make your shit look clear. So the same thing applies to the vocal. I'm hearing some crazy ass harshness. You can't even really fucking hear that harshness, to be honest. That's not something that you can truly hear because it's so high up in the frequency spectrum all the way to 10K, especially if you got a beat working in the background, you're not really going to hear it, but it definitely does take away from the clarity of the beat, you feel me? The clarity of the music and everything. After that, I use the RVOCs to just fucking give a little hug to the vocal, just pinch it a little bit, you feel me? And because I'm pinching it ever so slightly, it makes the vocal sound more forward.
They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say, can that money spread? They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with honey. They say, can that money spread? They say, can that money spread? They say, can my money spread? They say, got that money spread? They say, can my money spread? Pockets filled with rubber.
After that, we have the Kramer tape, and specifically because his vocal, I want to get that elasticity out of the vocal like a rubber band. I use the wow and flutter because you can kind of hear it. They got that money spray. You hear his vocal is kind of popping like some popcorn in the microwave type shit. So I use that wow and flutter on the tape mode, knowing that's gonna bring out a little bit more of that clickiness and that poppiness in that vocal, that plastic frequency type shit. And of course, the tape is naturally gonna smooth off the vocal for me, kind of deharshing it.
They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say, can that money spread? They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread.
Very important, like that high retune speed, then using that wow and flutter, just together they help the auto tune get that clicky, like you pressing a button type of feeling in the vocal. After that, we got a low shelf, putting in some work, and that low shelf is, you know, just kind of like clearing up more of that low end, that the Kramer tape, you know, when you put your voice through a tape, it's gonna be a low end bump. So I'm trying to reduce a little bit of that low end bump and everything like that. I'm trying to reshift it. Actually, if you look at the shape of my shelf, it cuts and then it does a boost a little bit higher.
They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say, can that money spread? They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band.
Okay, we use the fresh air to give us most of the brightness for this song, and I knew I had to use this plugin because this literally has that cheap Walmart kids meal toy plastic feeling. You know what I mean? And that's what KanKan sound he had specifically on this song. So I used the fresh air and I cranked it up to 34%. I started with this though. I literally started with this. This is the new trick I've been doing. I start with the fresh air, then I work backwards. So I have this super bright vocal. And as I'm going through making all my decisions, I'm working backwards in reverse. So I started with 34. And I think when I turn this off, like the vocal is just gonna like, oh my God.
They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say, can that money spread?
Yeah, so like as an engineer, I'm kind of like working like that, where it's like I got this big I'm like a pizza, like I'm working at a fucking pizza place. I got this big ass ball of dough, and now I'm trying to make this pizza. So that means I gotta stretch it out. You feel me? Then I gotta put all the sauce on it, which is all the other plugins. But for sure, like me starting off with my vocal like that, super bright, is like a raw ball of dough. I still gotta take that, like when you got a raw ball of dough, that's not fucking pizza yet. You gotta take that ball of dough, you gotta rub up on that bitch, you gotta flatten it out, you gotta make the corners, you still gotta do all this other shit. But that's just my starting point, using that big ass fresh air and then working around. After that, we have the silk vocal. Any harshness that was not caught by the C6, the Kramer tape, or the de-esser, because they're all doing a light job, will be pew pew zapped by the fucking silk vocal. So that's what we mostly got it for.
They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say, can that money spread? They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money.
All right, cool. After that, I use the H delay quarter note with a chorus stomp. I just like how the chorus stomp really like washes the fuck out of the delay.
They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber.
The chorus stomp literally just spreads. That's funny. It just spreads the fucking vocal. That's literally all it does. They say that my vocal spread. They say that chorus make that vocal spread. All right. After that, we have the Manny reverb. I use the medium space. I kind of just like using the space algorithm a little bit more because I feel like they usually have a little bit more modulation on the tail. When I think of like the lexicons and the Bricasti 7s, I feel like a space reverb in general always has a little bit more modulation on the tail. Nice natural modulation though. So yeah, that's what we're kind of using.
They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say, can that money spread? They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread.
Really dope, man. You hear that reverb is literally cutting off perfectly with that vocal. Money spread, you feel me? It's helping the rhythm, the flow of the rapper. Because you don't have this super long reverb that's still going on as he's getting into the next bar. Money spread, you know, that pause helps emphasize that pause, the fact that the reverb is cutting off perfectly when the KanKan, well, that's me, but when the KanKan vocal stops type shit. Doubler preset, man, we know what the fuck a doubler do, bro. Don't start with me. Then we have a RVOCs jacked up to 9 compression, and then Blinton on the parallel.
They say, can that money spread? They say, got that money spread. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. They say, can that.
I like using that RVOCs on parallel because it just sounds like the vocals just got fucking more present, dog. Same auto-tune settings on the ad-libs. And mostly using the L1 to control how much transient are in those ad-libs. Use the Kramer tape to make the ad-libs darker. So not only are they getting darker, but there's also a little bit of the way the tape is going to react differently to the frequency, especially like in the low end. That 7.5 though, you know, that 7.5 has a worse high-end response than, you know, 15 IPS. So yeah, naturally rolling off the top, making it dark, not with the EQ, but with the tape. And then you see the next move I'm making is strategic. I still rolled off low end. I still rolled off top end, but not that much because I damn well know that 7.5 is making it darker for me. And it gives a different sound. You feel me? It will give a different sound. So after that, we have the wave silk vocal on the stock preset, and it just really helped the ad-libs feel really fucking skinny.
They say, can that money spread? They say, can my money spread? They say, got that money spread? They say, can my money spread? Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with honey band. They say, can that money spread? They say, can that money spread? They say, can my money spread? They say, got that money spread? They say, can my money spread? Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with rubber band. Pockets filled with honey band. They say.
That last ad lib kind of sound like fucking Destroy Lonely. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video here today. I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. If y'all like this KanKan / Devstacks underground type of template, you know, we went in depth into how they even got that song. I like that song a lot, Money Spread. Yeah, you know, you guys can get it down below in the link. Just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all now. Suggest more artists so we can keep this going. Peace.